G'day YouTube. Oh, it's been a minute. I've been absolutely flat out. For those of you who don't know, I've actually walked away from carpentry full time now as my knees, years of old injuries and arthritis have caught up with me and my body's just not taking the being on a building site anymore. So I'm now in the greenhouse full time. I'm going to see how this works out. But I thought I'd bring you along for a greenhouse tour. I was going to try and get to this earlier. I've been trying to tidy up, but been so busy with all various other things that I've needed to get done that, as you can see, I still haven't tidied up. So I thought I'd just do one anyway and work around the mess. So I'll bring you along. So, as always, it's nice and crowded in here. You can see plants, trays, everything on the floor at the moment. Those are all going to get repotted, but I've got to build another outdoor section soon that is going to take a lot of these easier growing hanging plants. I'll move outside. A lot of these will probably go out there as well. Some of the nicer ones will replace these plants. But we'll start over this side. This beautiful Vergelii cross Veitchii here. This is desperate need of a repot. As you can see, that's the angle it sits on. This is just such a gorgeous plant. And it actually flowered for me. I haven't done much with the pollen yet. Maybe not anything. But I will come up with some ideas of what to put that on. I really want to get this, it's a male, so I really want to get this onto my female Vergelii at one point. But that's not in flower this season, so we'll see what happens next year. Next to that is this gorgeous Lolii Veitchii. This is a small cutting of my big female. I'll turn you around. We'll turn it around, not you around. You can see the peristome goes really dark in strong light. Anything less, it stays striped through the life of the picture. As you can see, that little one there, that one wasn't under the light, and this new one is going to open away from the light, so should keep some more colour. Next to that is a Lolii Veitchii cross Maxima Dark. These have been a really nice cross and super variable as well. But check out this new picture. How's the colours on that peristome? And this one in particular is really nice squat shape. It's going to be interesting to see how it matures. Next to that is a Lolii Veitchii Boschiana cross Veitchii. And this hybrid was interesting. As a smaller plant, they looked quite boring, the pictures. I don't think this has got anything left on it, but small peristome, no stripes, no real colour to the pictures. And then at around this size, they all seem to be just flaring out with these huge, big Veitchii style peristomes. Next to that, one of my favourite crosses that I've made is this Spathulata cross Lavicola. Unfortunately, I lost my male Lavicola, so I won't be doing any more of this cross, which is a shame because that is just fantastic. This plant is only 18 months old, which is just amazing for its size. It's got a bunch of basils in there. I'm so happy with that. Next to that is a female Veitchii M cutting. This nice tall peristome. It's got a massive amount of flare when it first opens. You got a nice new picture there. And I actually did some work yesterday starting to make some room in my fridge because it was getting overcrowded. So I'm going to start testing out some of the Highland plants back into the greenhouse and see how they go in here. This is the first one being one of my Ephipiata, which just got moved up to this pot. I'm going to have to turn it around. And there's the new picture there. It's a little bit misshapen because it was jammed in the fridge, but that should give it plenty of space to grow out, and I cannot wait to see the next few pictures on that. Another one that came out is Ovata, which I don't think needs, this one really didn't need to be in the fridge, but when it came in it was quite small, so I put it in there just to look after it, and it has just exploded. So now it's in here and hanging, and should have plenty of space to put on some size. Now I might actually move some of these out of the way so I can get in here. Bear with me. So a lot of these plants, and some are down on that next shelf, came out of this section, which has always been my smaller plants, newer plants, things that like that I've keeping an eye on for myself. Ooh. So I've moved a few of them. A few of them are going to get repotted into hanging pots as they're getting a bit big now. But let's have a look and see what I've got in here. This is a new one. This is Spectabilis cross tenuis from Old World Botanicals, which is just such a gorgeous little plant. Next to that is a Ventricosa sibuensis hamigataensis cross lavicola that I made. All the lavicola crosses I made have just turned out so nice. Get a slightly bigger picture there. Oop, you can't see it, but there it is. Mouthful of sphagnum. Get rid of that. Now, also with the watering system and the wicking mats and everything, I'm now getting sphagnum back in the greenhouse, which I'm so happy about. And so I've loaded up this bench, and hopefully I'll get that really growing in the next few months. Oh. Another Lolio Veitchii Maxima Dark there. I think this one got a bit deformed, jammed in between the pots. So coming along again, a nice little Hamada came out of the fridge. This Vogellii has been in here for a while. This came in absolutely tiny, so still trying to get it some size. Nice little Lysipetrana, also still pretty small. Aristolocoites across Edwardsiana. Still small, but a really cool little plant. I might need to trim the sphagnum on that actually before it really goes nuts. Next to that is Lingulata cross Edwardsiana. Have a look at this. How gorgeous is that? Dark, dark pictures. It's got that furriness from Lingulata. Some nice teeth coming across from the eddy. And yeah, I'm really hopeful these are going to be amazing crosses as they mature. I've got a bigger one on the other side. This is Maxima Wavy from Old World Botanicals. This is one of the BE ones. This is the green peristome. One that gets the really purple leaves. As you can see, it's already starting there. Palawanensis, also from Old World. I think there's a picture hiding in the back here. And how good's that? That shape is just amazing. That is going to be such a nice plant when it matures again. Got a Lolii in here. I thought I'd give it a go. Got Brada. Let's see if we can get have a look at the lid hairs on that Lolii picture, even for a small plant. It really doesn't want to focus on them. There we go. That's such a cool little species. We got a Flava here. Gorgeous. That was actually down between two pictures, so it wasn't really coloured up. I already reorganised this section yesterday, so it'll take a while to settle in. Leonardii there. Peltata. Let's get in. It just popped this picture. I feel like this is going to be a longer video than I usually do, so make yourself a cup of tea, coffee, grab a beer. That's one of the BE Peltatas. I've got a second one again out the back. It's a bit bigger, but still hoping to find a nice squat Peltata eventually. Now behind that, even the leaves, you should know what this is. This is actually my smaller Edwardsiana. Just look at that. That is such a spectacular plant. I put that into a hanging pot. I want it sitting there under the good lights and grow it out, but I thought this way, if it gets too big for the bench, I can always just hang it up and then I don't have to repot it again anytime soon, because apparently Edwardsiana really hates being repotted, or moved. So at least I can try and do only one of them next time. We got Trismardiensis cross Edwardsiana. Now this, I can't wait to see this grow up. It's put on a little bit of size since arriving, but absolutely gorgeous colours. There's a new picture coming in back there. Let's go. As you can see, this Jacquelinia here was way too big for the fridge. It was actually pressed up against the light. You can see some burning on the leaves, burns on the growth point, and the older leaves were just getting cooked. A nice sized basil there, and a nice picture on its way. Hopefully now that it's not as bright, it should really take off. It looks like it's actually starting to stretch out. It might start vining for me, so probably a good time to get it out. Next to that is nice little tenuous. This is a female cutting I got. Attenborii that doesn't have any pictures on it at the moment. I'm just trying to move some stuff so I can get in a bit deeper. And just looking for pictures while I'm doing this. Here we go. I'll see if the colour on this comes out in the video. But how beautiful is that Babigier picture? I think it does have another one coming, but that is just gorgeous. You can see there the new one shaping up. You got a Niagara behind that. Oh, it's getting crushed by my Aristolochoides. In front of that there's another Babigier. No open pictures on that. And my third Babigier. Oh, there was a picture forming on that yesterday, but I guess moving things around, I've snapped that off, unfortunately. So we'll settle for this little one. Come on, focus. I absolutely love Babigier. Now this is Borneo Exotic Select clone that they've actually discontinued, surprisingly. So I was really happy to get hold of that, and a good sized plant as well. Up the front here you can see that this is my male tenuous. A couple of pictures fading. A fresh one about to pop there. This is just vining up. I think I'm gonna reorganize the big plants back here, and the vining small plants I might put in that corner and just have a tangle of all these little miniature species like tenuous and Aristolochoides and stuff like that. Back onto the bigger plants. This is Truncata across Lavicola. And just beautiful coloration on that. Nice new picture coming there. I think this plant's just going to have to move outside soon. My Truncata crosses do fantastic in the backyard here, but this thing is getting some serious size. And again, what's that? So that's almost 2 years old from seed. That is just fantastic. I will admit that this particular one from the start just grew faster than the rest. I do get that a lot with seed grown plants, and once it starts getting bigger pitchers, I can start feeding the pitchers. I tend to pick out the biggest ones early on and give them a bit extra food, a bit extra care. So there's always going to be a couple that just burst out, and the other ones don't quite keep up with it. Hanging under that pot is a big female spike on my Veitchii K-Cross M. That's unfortunate. picture colours, body colour washes out on these after a few months, but when they first open, you can see it better in the basils. It's these beautiful pink to red pictures and just such an incredible peristome on them. So super excited about what I've done here. I think there's some pure Veitchii seeds. What else did I put it on here? There's some Rob Cantley. Truncata Edwardsiana went onto here. That should be a very interesting cross. But yeah, very excited about what's happening there. Hiding in behind that is a Nebularum from EP. It's slowly getting a bit more size on it. As you can see, I might have mentioned in earlier videos that I burnt a lot of things with a insecticidal soap. Well, I just did a preventative treatment on everything I owned, make sure there was no unseen bugs. I went with insecticidal soap because it's fairly mild, but I overmixed it slightly being lazy, and I absolutely fried so many plants. I was really annoyed with myself. But these things happen. Now behind that is this really cool Amorphophallus, or voodoo lily. This is the bulbifer. You can see there, they're the little new bulbs or corms, tubers, whatever you want to call them, form in the nook of the leaves there. I think a rat's actually had a chew on this leaflet. So they're really cool. I've got quite a few of these scattered around now, mostly outside. This one I definitely underpotted. As you can see, it's down there in a little 100ml pot, and this is pushing 80 centimeters tall. So I won't make that mistake again next year. Natolii back there as well. That's a cool little miniature species. It's got a second growth point coming up. Keep shuffling things to try and get in behind places. There's another Lispetrana or Raja cross Babigii just coming in. You got Vogelii there. Now this is when I had root rot from the water running through the greenhouse last year all through winter, so I took some big cuttings of a few plants such as this. So I'll have them scattered around, maybe in the backyard, maybe a few in the greenhouse, and see how they go. But thankfully I also managed to save the mother plant. Now I should know this. It's Babigii Lolii Veitchii, I think, or Lolii Veitchii cross Babigii. But that is just such a gorgeous plant. I got this from a mate of mine. It was really struggling for him. So I think on arrival I ended up cutting the roots off completely because they were not looking healthy, and just restruck it. And it has just settled in and taken off for me, thankfully. So one day I hope to be able to get a basil back to him. Hiding back in here. Yep, Babigii cross Edwardsiana, or cross Velosa, we're not entirely sure, but whatever the case, it's such a gorgeous plant. Next to that, a couple of Lolii truncata pictures. This thing's in desperate need of a repot, and I'll probably move it off the bench. I might have some larger plants in here moving forward, but probably realistically it should be more smaller plants, maybe some small vining things, but things like Lolii truncata, which there's two of here, just don't really fit in and make it very tricky to inspect anything. Move this Veitchii so I can get in behind that. What else is looking good? This has been shaded out a bit, but this is a nice little Lolii Veitchii cross Lavicola. And these are just stunning. There will be a few more I'll show throughout the tour. Nice little minima in there. You got a BE Ame hanging out in there. See this old Lolio truncata picture. Again, that's another thing that I should probably move off this bench because it's just exploding in size. Heaps of these platykyla cuttings, and these were from a cuttings I took when it had root rot, so they struck really nicely. You can see it's a good size cutting. That's it reading back there, so I've got a backup of that plant if nothing else, so I don't lose the breeding capabilities. Next to that is my favourite shaped veitchii in the collection. This is my BE3437, and that is just such a stunning plant. This one's actually this is a cutting that a mate's had aside. I've had aside for a mate. He hasn't been around in a while, so Andy, if you're watching, come get your veitchii. And that's not you, Andy, over in the UK. Unfortunately, you can't come get plants. Back here, truncata lingulata, or lingulata cross truncata. Such an amazing cross. You can see the lingule there. There's the black peristome and beautiful tall dark body. I'll try and get you in here. We've got another Babigiae cross Edwardsiana. Now I think there's actually about 4 pictures on this plant, but I don't know where the others are. I see them once in a while, but they're somewhere in this mess. Yeah. Also back there is another Lolio truncata picture. A big domed lid and huge mouth on it. It's one of my favourite crosses of all time, I think, that plant. What else is in there? Another Babigiae Lolio veitchii, or the reverse. It's going to annoy me now. Yes, it is Babigiae cross Lolio veitchii. Now you can see the Babigiae influence in that. That is just stunning. Oop. There's a Clipiata buried in there. A bit tangled in this platykyla. Then we'll get around there. And here you got this beautiful truncata red. This thing is just pumping on size. Like, that new pitch is going to be incredible. It's really fattening up. And good sized leaf jumps. Again, another thing. Oh, that's actually going around. That's just starting to pop. So in the next few days I should be able to show that off. Paloonensis here. I think this is a BE clone. Bit tangled up. These huge tendrils on it. And a nice little basil coming up there. So that's probably not far off being a good sized plant. I think this next tendril seems quite a bit thicker than the previous ones. So hopefully that's a sign that good things are coming. Okay, try and not knock anything over. I don't think there's anything too interesting here. There's a few more cuttings. Oh, maybe I should get in there. If I move this, you can see here, this is what the insecticidal soap did to platykyla. It was not happy about it, but it's back picturing. It's a beautiful picture, new picture there. Hang that there. Big Piniculum gigantea. Another one of the Vogellii cuttings. This went straight to upper pitches. You can see the ants charging all over that, and I bet you, yeah, the inside is actually absolutely full of ants. Got some more platykyla cuttings, so I'm going to spread them around and see if I can grow them in different places. Might try them outside, and then that's just some sphagnum moss. Some fresh cuttings I took recently. I think that was last week, so that'll be a while off. Why don't I give you I'll actually come down and we'll scroll through the seedling section a bit. It's ventricosa cross lavicola. This thing just absolutely pumps. They are growing so well. This one needs a pot up and move somewhere else. What do we got then? We got Boschiana cross Zachariana cross Veitchii. Beautiful striped peristome on that one. And let me just grab my chair. My back doesn't tend to like being leant over for too long like that, so much better. Yeah, so Boschiana Zachariana cross Veitchii. See another one there. These are just beautiful. I've got a few of these still up on the website. This is interesting for some difference. I also did cross the Veitchii Malay Basin with the gold peristome. That one's just starting to show some stripes still. But Boschiana cross Zachariana cross Maxima Dark. Again, these are up on the website for sale if you're in Australia. Some more little Amorphophilus hiding back there. You see a lot of these, the leaves are really reddening up. Maybe a little bit too much on some, but I might do some shuffling around and see how it goes. Boschiana Zachariana Boschiana Zachariana cross Maxima Italiensis or Lady Pauline. Boschiana Zachariana cross Maxima Dark. That is just gorgeous. I'm not sure if I want to get rid of that one, but it's currently in the sales section, so if you're interested, jump on there and grab it before I change my mind. So that was all my first lot of Boschiana Zachariana hybrids that I made. Below that's just some pings, a few of mine, a few divisions and pullings I did. I also got a couple of these up, there's quite a few of these up on the website. A few sold, a few more in front, and they just keep going down there. And these were from a tissue culture batch that I'm being more and more sure that they are Diariana, but I just want to be 100% before I offer them. But if I do, they're going to be some good sized plants because these things are just pumping. Hopefully I can 100% ID them soon, because most of that, or there's quite a few in there, and they're taking up the whole shelf just for a couple of plants, so I should get to moving them on soon. And we'll shuffle you down. Oh, a mixture of Rocco cross Veitchii here. This, you can see even in that frame the variation in colours on this hybrid is fantastic. You got tall stripe peristome here, sort of more red. I'm assuming this is going to fade to a nice red peristome. You got the golden peristome, and then this other one that's just almost pure green. Some more Rocco hybrids back there. As you can guess, it's probably getting towards me needing to do a release looking at all these. You got my own LVB Grex, Lolii Veitchii cross Boschiana. Some Rocco cross Truncata Lolii. Unfortunately, there's only a couple of these, so they're going to stay there for a while. I want to see what they turn out like. Try not to kick anything over. This got caught in between a pot, but it's a better look at my LVB Grex, and a really nice picture coming there. These ones are not for sale, but Spathulata cross Lolii. Some of these were up in the section before, and I just thought, being smaller, they can come down here. I can keep an eye on them. Another gorgeous Lolii Veitchii cross Lavicola. I'm fighting myself. I think I've put about 6 of these aside for me, which obviously I won't be able to keep all of them forever, but we'll see how they go. Singolana cross Lolii. And look at the teeth on that. Really, really nice little picture. Mapapuensis. So a different almost similar to Northiana. This is doing surprisingly well. It does look like it's got a little bit of light damage, maybe some cool damage from winter, but it's chugging along. Cancronulata, cross Edwardsiana, Colossii, Spathulata, cross Jacquelinia is going to be another nice one. My head is caught up amongst all these hanging Palawanensis pictures. I've got a nice Nebularum cross Trosmardiensis. That's going to be an exciting cross. Some more various crosses that I made. The sensitive plant. Boop. It folds up if ever you touch it, or it gets watered, or anything happens almost. Over here, some more Lolii Veitchii cross Maxima Dark. Lolii Veitchii cross Lavicola. Just amazing peristome on these. It's so good and surprisingly toothy. And a nice dark one there. And I won't dive all the way into this, but as you can see, got a lot more coming out. This is what I've been working on, is potting out a lot of these. A lot of those. And then also a lot of these. I've started using these cell trays for my younger seedlings just to get them out of the bulk pots, because it just takes up less space. I can now get about 450 seedlings into this shelf where it used to be 140. Then more cuttings. Now a lot of these were in bulk pots recently. This section here is mostly up on eBay. It's at the moment for auctions if you're interested. There's beautiful Ame cross Aristolochoides, Casiana. That one's actually double potted. I think I was lacking space when I potted them out, so you get 2 for the price of 1. There's beautiful Rafflesiana. Not much of a hybrid grower, but a lowland grower, but that is a nice little plant. You got this Vogelii. This one's up on eBay at the moment as well, and that's off my big female clone. So that's a really nice size plant. That should take off pretty quickly, I think. And the other one on eBay. Ooh, let's see if I can not break anything doing this. Rocco cross Veitchii M. The new picture is just starting to pop. I'll get that back in there, and another Lolii Veitchii cross Lavicola that I decided to move on. It's such a gorgeous cross. I can't wait to see them with some real size on them. Also got this Heliophora Newtons on eBay at the moment. Up here, busy doing a lot of breeding lately. Filled these. These are all fresh seeds that haven't germinated yet. But hopefully some good crosses there. Got a little bit of space in the back of that one. You can see getting some really good germination through here. These need to be potted out, but all that's looking fantastic, and I'm super excited about these. These are Amorphophallus titanum, so this is the giant corpse flower. Now these will get to over 3 meters tall, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do as they start putting on size, but there's a few of them there. I've grown these up from seed I got through a mate of mine. Okay, swinging around here. Rocco cross Boschiana cross Veitchii Barrio. Now I had cuttings of this available a while back and I sold them. I put one aside for myself, and sure enough I accidentally mislabeled the one I put aside for myself, so I had to buy this one back off Old World Botanicals. Down here, Platykyla cross Hamada, and check out the fresh picture just popped there. Might try and put this in a real shady spot and see if I can keep those stripes for a bit longer. What else is hiding back here? Babigiae cross Rob Cantley. This really darkens up, but you can still see the dark stripes when it freshly opens. I tend to miss the pictures on that when they're fresh, unfortunately. Let's see, maybe zoom in here. Yep, Sibuensis cross Hamada, really nice and dark. And next to that is a seed grown Veitchii. These are the ones I had on the website not too long ago. This is really putting on some size now. These are the ones made from John Yates. I think it was Gold Cross D. It's very hard to get in and get a better look at that, but it's looking great. And I've also got some of my own Veitchii. You got M Cross BE, another pot of M Cross BE, Veitchii M&Ms, and M Cross BE with a different M. Now those are going to be absolutely stunning. I can't wait to see them out. This is another BE 3437 that I got from Old World Botanicals, just because I love my original one so much that I wanted to see if I could get a slightly different one. And I think that might even be more bulbous than mine. So it's going to be interesting to see how that one grows out. Behind that, another Spathulata cross Lavicola. This thing got annihilated by a caterpillar, but as you can see, the picture behind it still came out nicely. Try and get in here. Nice Spectabilis I just got the other week, again from Old World Botanicals. Ooh. Another Lolii Veitchii cross Lavicola. As I said, I've got these scattered everywhere. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them all, but one of the parents. This is a Lolii cross Veitchii, and here, nice fresh picture there. And just such a gorgeous hybrid. It's one of my favourites. You got a nice Veitchii M cutting there. The Platykyla. Raja cross Rob Cantley. Yeah. This is going to be stunning. I've seen mature photos of this. It's only a single clone, so hopefully I can pump that up a bit more in the next couple of years. More Lolii Veitchii Boschiana cross Veitchii. As you can see, that picture particularly shows nothing of interest. This one was just starting to get a little bit better. And you can see there the flared peristome starting, and I think the next picture is going to be where it really shows off. And you start getting stuff like this. And check out the colours on that one. That is just gorgeous. The picture body is almost purple. We've got all flava in here. Chugging along. Concurrenculata cross Edwardsiana. I probably shouldn't skip too far ahead. Oh yeah, we'll go back here. Now this is this section's becoming an absolute jungle, and I'm certainly going to break some stuff here. Another gorgeous Lingulata cross truncata. This thing just gets massive, and that peristome, the lingul, there we go, is just a gorgeous hybrid. Ooh, can't skip over the Lolii cross Edwardsiana. Beautiful little plant. Seems to be a bit damaged. Maybe that was growing under a leaf. I better keep an eye on that. Babigia cross Veitchii. That thing is just covered in pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5 hiding down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I thought there was another one. Ah, there's number 6 over there. Some Platykyla pictures. Oh, the one back there is faded, but that's on the main plant that I managed to save from root rot. So very excited about that. Whoop. Raja cross Babigia cross Edwardsiana. That is stunning. Such a beautiful coloration, very Raja-like. And starting to put on some size slowly, so we'll be interested to see how that goes. Zoom out here. One of my seed-grown Boschiana. I can't skip showing that off for Dylan. He absolutely loves these plants. I thought I saw the other day. No, I thought maybe my Veitchii Platykyla might be flowering, but I don't think it is. So, standing back up. Spectabilis cross mirror, which is really looking like a slightly chubby Spectabilis, but just grows so much faster. Such a gorgeous cross. A nice Clipiata in there, about to open. Peltata cross Jacquelineae. This is actually my male clone of Platykyla. A cutting I got off a friend of mine. Another Lolii Veitchii cross Maxima Dark. And what else is in here? We can see. I'd like to go shuffling through, but I just don't want to damage anything while I'm at it. Yeah, that's a nice little Raja cross Veitchii. I've got another one of them somewhere. Now I'm so confused to where that should be, but anyway. Yeah. This section I feel like is getting a bit dark. I might need to shuffle things because things aren't really picturing well. So we'll see how that goes. There we go. Tentaculata. Moving into upper pictures. And the flower behind it is actually a female Lavicola. So after seeing my male hybrids with Lavicola, I'm super excited to have some females flowering. There's actually another one back there. Ooh, I might have to show you the comparison. So this is a beautiful dark form of Lavicola. That's also female and in flower. And then the flowers above me are on this amazingly striped form, which is just such a gorgeous plant. See another picture there. There's a bunch of pictures down there. Yeah, we'll keep going with the tour. Got a Edwardsiana cross. I think that might be the LVB VMV Eddie. Another nice big Boschiana picture. Small Platykyla and Veitchii Platykyla. here, one. Look at all these Vergelii uppers. Of course, they're all right up the back, and I can't really get to them. I'm not even sure how many there are now. But it's starting to vine back out the top of these plants. So hopefully I'll be able to see them better shortly when they come out and start picturing up the top. Beautiful big truncata, well, not actually big, it's a small truncata aphipiata. Such a gorgeous picture, but check out the size of these leaves. This thing is just, this plant gets absolutely giant. I've got a bigger one outside that's actually flowering, so hopefully I can make some interesting things with that. Got this huge peltata here, which I'm actually going to have to repot. I've had rats were getting into the greenhouse and eating my chilies, but they'll bring the chilies and tomatoes and passion fruits into the greenhouse and sit in pots and eat them. So they've dropped seeds through everything. I'm going to have to get in here. You can see back, you might be able to see there's all chili seeds in there. I'm going to have to repot a lot of this stuff to get all that nutrients out. Nice peltata cross platykyla opening up there. Predator, the original Grex, and just swarming with ants. And let's see, it doesn't really want to focus down in there. Oh, there you go. So that's getting a good feed. There's another Bristolocoides back here that I pulled out of the fridge. And actually I noticed this morning I actually have a flower coming on this Predator. So, which is the same clone as this. It's just a cutting of, I put it aside for myself. And Peltata cross Jacquelinei. I absolutely love this cross. There's, I think, 3 of them in the greenhouse now, but this is by far the biggest one, and just have a look at the size of that. Some smaller pictures there. This thing's just gorging itself on ants. Another new picture hiding back there. Whoop, don't want to step on anything. Alright, well I think that might be the end of the video today. So cheers for watching. Sorry, it's getting a bit warm in here. It's been cloudy and 21 degrees this week, after Monday was, I think we hit 42 degrees, or Tuesday. And then the rest of the week's been 21, 22, cloudy, rainy, pretty miserable. So I've turned the heater back on just to keep things moving along quickly for me. But I'm going to get back to getting some work done. Till next time. Cheers. Bye.